Imagine being mocked in a language you don't understand, while your little daughter sits beside you, quietly listening. But then, in the very next moment, she opens her mouth, and what happens next leaves even a billionaire speechless. Stay with me until the end, because this story will move your heart. And if you believe in dignity, love, and the strength of family, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more inspiring stories. The story begins on a warm summer afternoon. A single dad named Imran was rushing through the marble-floored lobby of a luxury hotel, holding the small hand of his daughter, Amina. Imran worked as a janitor. His clothes were plain, his shoes scuffed, but his pride as a father was untouchable. Every day, after his long shifts of mopping floors and scrubbing bathrooms, he picked Amina up from her small school and sometimes brought her along while finishing extra hours. It wasn't ideal, but he couldn't afford babysitters. What he lacked in wealth, he made up for in love, and Amina adored him. That day, however, fate had something different written. As Imran polished the silver railings in the hotel's conference hall, a group of wealthy investors arrived. Among them was Layla Al-Zara, a powerful billionaire CEO known for her sharp tongue and intimidating presence. She was dressed in flawless designer clothes, diamonds sparkling at her wrist, the kind of woman people bowed to when she passed. Imran lowered his head and quietly moved aside, hoping not to be noticed. But life is cruel, sometimes it points the spotlight at those who least want it. As Imran bent down to wipe the floor near the grand table, one of the investors smirked and whispered something in Arabic to Layla. She let out a mocking laugh, her eyes gliding over Imran with a mix of superiority and disdain. Then, as if he were invisible, she commented loudly in Arabic, "Look at this poor man, scrubbing floors like a servant. How shameful. His child must be so embarrassed of him." Imran didn't understand Arabic. He only caught his name in the sentence and the laughter that followed. But Amina heard every word. Her small heart clenched, her fists tightened. She looked up at her father, who only smiled down at her innocently, unaware of the insult. Amina's chest burned with both hurt and pride. She loved her father more than anything in the world, and to hear someone mock him, mock the man who sacrificed everything for her, was unbearable. The room fell silent as Amina stepped forward. Her little voice rang out, clear and confident, in flawless Arabic, "You shouldn't laugh at my father. Do you know who he is? He is stronger than all of you. He works harder than anyone here, and he never complains. He teaches me kindness, respect, and love, things money can't buy. And I am not embarrassed. I am proud, more than proud, to be his daughter." The investors gasped, shocked. Layla froze, her smile stiffening into disbelief. This wasn't the reaction she expected. She blinked at the child, unable to find words. A billionaire, silenced by a janitor's little girl. Imran looked around in confusion, not understanding what his daughter had just said. He tugged her sleeve gently, whispering, "Amina, what did you say?" But she only squeezed his hand tighter, her eyes never leaving the woman who mocked him. For a moment, silence weighed heavy in the hall. Then one of the older investors cleared his throat, staring at Layla disapprovingly. "You mocked a man doing honest work," he said sternly, "and a child had to remind you of dignity. Wealth means nothing without respect." Others nodded, murmuring agreement. The atmosphere shifted, like a tide turning against her. Layla's face reddened. She tried to smile, tried to brush it off as a joke, but the damage was done. In that single moment, her power cracked. Not from another billionaire, not from a rival company, but from the fearless truth spoken by a child. Imran still didn't know exactly what happened. He simply saw the proud fire in his daughter's eyes and the uneasy silence in the billionaire's stance. Later, when Amina explained it all to him on the way home, Imran's eyes welled with tears. He knelt down on the dusty street outside their small apartment, cupped her face in his calloused hands, and whispered, "My daughter, you are my greatest honor. I thought I was raising you, but today, you raised me." From that day on, Amina's story spread among hotel staff and guests. Many admired her courage, and word even reached local journalists who wrote about the janitor's daughter who silenced a billionaire. Imran didn't care about the fame. He cared about one thing, the lesson his daughter had taught him, that dignity doesn't come from money, but from the strength of heart and the courage to defend love. And as for Layla, the incident haunted her. That night, alone in her penthouse overlooking the glittering city, her reflection stared back from the window, and for the first time in years, she questioned herself. A child had shown her the mirror she had been avoiding, the emptiness of her arrogance. The story closes with Imran walking Amina to school a week later, holding her hand with renewed pride. The narrator's voice returns. Sometimes, the richest hearts live in the poorest homes.